There will be things that are beyond my estimation. There will be things that are beyond my knowledge. If there is so much in the world that I'm unable to understand, how dare I expect to be able to understand every reality of the unseen world? I welcome you to take this journey with me in discovering more about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will grow in our love, our fear of Allah, and our eternal hope in His mercy subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us begin this journey of me, myself, and Allah. For knowledge on its own can lead a person away from Allah. Allah describes this in the Quran by saying, أَضَلَّهُ اللَّهُ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ. That there are some people who were misguided because of what they've learned or what they've studied. That it was meant and attained not out of sincerity of heart or piety of being, but it was attained with a level of dissatisfaction with Allah, a level of seeking to find fault. And therefore, whenever you study faith, make sure that you are from those who have shahada, who have a witness to the truth, wanting to come to an arrangement of peace and understanding with Allah. That is where yaqeen sets in. Certainty is not just about having logical proofs, logical assessments, and logical assumptions, but it is through that and also the willingness and acceptance that there will be things that are beyond my estimation. There will be things that are beyond my knowledge. If there is so much in the world that I'm unable to attain, if there is so much in the world that I'm unable to understand, how dare I expect to be able to understand every reality of the unseen world? That I must witness God to believe in Allah. If you can't even look up into the sun without blinking and shading your eyes, how dare you assume that you have the right and the power of purpose and being to look up at the majestic face of Allah and be able to absorb His majesty and reality? There has to be a humility that a servant, a slave has with the Maker, the Lord Almighty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And not because I have certainty in the heart, it means that I have to understand every letter of the Quran in its place and in its context. That I can understand in all of it in an objective capacity, even though I do not understand the minute detail of it. It's for this reason, one of the reasons, of course, the hikmah and wisdom that you find that there are verses in the Quran that begin as chapters of letters that don't have meaning. Alif, Lam, Mim. Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ayn, Sad. How do you translate it? Well, you just say Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ayn, Sad. It's the beginning of the 19th chapter, Surah Maryam, and anyone knows that these letters are ambiguous. They have a meaning that is known to Allah, but you and I as human beings who walk the earth, we have an intellectual humility and understanding that there are things in my life, things in the Quran that I do not know and do not understand. Perhaps the one I understand first should be more focused in my practice. Sincerity, therefore, is building this conviction through a logical deduction, through a logical assessment, through discussion and debate and the search for knowledge, but with also acceptance of the heart for the things that are not yet clear to me, that I am not turning away from them with rejection. That's the second level that we attain from knowledge. We attain a level of certainty, and the greatest certainty, the thing that humbleness to Allah, that solidifies our yaqeen, is that eventually وَأَنَّ مَرَدَّكُمْ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَأَنَّ مَرَدَّنَا إِلَى اللَّهِ, that our return is to Allah, that I'm certain of my death, certain of my questioning, certain of Jannah, certain of hellfire, certain that there will be a day where I'll be stood before God Almighty and asked about the small and the large, the good and the bad, the halal and the haram, and the sunnah and the bid'ah that is related in my life.